Usually I don't do reviews, but for this one I will. We just got a new Braun Tri-Boot Collection jug blender and we are gonna test it out. So let's open the box. Oh, as you can see, I have to open like this because it's packed like this. Great. And we are greeted, well, some papers. The folder. The blender itself, as you can see, quite small. And this is glass. This is good. Yeah, so blender is nothing special. There are 5 speeds and turbo button if you want to reach the maximum speed at once. The power cable, only 1 meter, not so long, but I hope it will be okay. Let's see what we have here. We have some instructions, but no receipt book or anything like that. So let's take a closer look at this new blender. So it's divided in 2 parts. This is glass, this is unfortunately plastic, but it feels like a good quality plastic. The cover opens quite easily with some rubber around here. And on top we have a measurement tool we can divide. Unfortunately, if we want to make a butter, for example almond or some other nuts, we don't have any tool to press everything down. So if you want to do that, well, you have to be creative. Well, like I mentioned, this one is the glass one, and the bottom also takes out very easily. So it's like a separate part. And once you take it out, you can very carefully take out the blades. And these are 2 parts as well. Here's some more protective piece. And you can quite easily put everything back. So I like to do it this way. Take the blades very carefully, place it here, place this one here. So after you wash it, it's really easy to assemble everything back. Now, one very important thing, you can place the blender like this. As you can see, here is the front, here are the sides, and here is the back, the handle. It will not work. Yep, because it's created to be placed like this or like this. So basically three ways. So you have to either put this way, the handle to show you, well actually you have to see the measurements at the top, at the beginning, at the front, then it will work, otherwise it will not. Yeah, once you put it. Okay, so let's try to do a smoothie and let's see how it goes. We have some frozen berries. Of course, I froze them by myself, so that's why it looks like this, but now I know that it's not a good idea to place everything like this in plastic jar. So we don't want everything. Let's place like this. Yeah, and I think it will be just enough. Next we have some pears, some apples, banana, and spinach. Very nicely. Everything fits very nicely. And of course we need, here it is. Actually, let's shake it a little bit. We have some oatmeal. Let's make it vegan. Yeah, as you can see, the bottom, well, those cold berries left the empty space. Okay, I think that should be enough. Let's leave a little bit for the next time. Let's cover it. And now, unfortunately, the cable is only 1 meter long. And I don't have a power outlet here. So let's switch to that side. Okay, so let's see how it goes. I guess we have to push a little bit. I should have probably smashed those cold berries. So we have a tool from our actually juicer. Let's take this out for a moment. Let's try to press it. Let's see how it goes. Oh, much better. Let's see how smooth is our smoothie. Let's place a little bit in here and let's make a test. As you can see, there are almost no big particles and it looks really smooth. Okay, so time to test it out. Let's pour it. I would say quite smooth. And cheers! Actually, it's better to take the spoon because it's really, well, not too liquid, I would say. And now let's see how it's easy to clean it. Let's add some water. Of course, let's close it. One more time with clean water. As you can see, there are some particles here and here. Yeah, looks much better now. Looking more carefully, you can see that there are some particles left, so you might want to clean it with your hands, like take the parts and clean it by hand, but overall quite a good job. And my nuts are burned a little bit, but let's see what we'll have. So let's try to blend it. Let's see what we have so far. Oh, it's hot. You have, looks like peanut butter, almond butter. Overall, I could say this is a really good blender for a really good price. In Europe, you can get it for around 50 euros. And that's really not a big price if you compare to those like big brands where the blender costs 200, 300, 400 euros or dollars. Wow, so it's like a fraction of the price and you get a really good blender. So I could really recommend you, because actually I was looking for the more expensive one first, and the main things I wanted that it be more powerful. This one is not so powerful, just let's see, I think 700. I have a box over there, so I'm trying to see how many watts, but I think it's around 700 watts, and it does a really good job with such a power. It's not like 1200s or 2200s like some other, especially Chinese blenders. They all look really powerful, but yeah. And glass jar, very good for soups. Well, the plastic body, I hope it lasts long. The company itself, Braun, is also, well, it's a German company, so it has quite a good name. So if you're looking for a good blender, I would say this is a good way to go for it. A good one to buy it. Okay, so thank you for watching. I hope it was useful.